Have you guys encountered any conflicts in the last few days now that you're all working from anywhere? And my own reflection for the last few days have been based on a trigger last week. In fact, I had to rush out of my working room when I heard my daughters shouting at each other. Now I went out and lashed out at them, can't you hear yourself? I think the neighbors can hear you. And besides, for information, I've been working at home. And my daughter promptly asked me, Appa, are you worried about neighbors hearing us? Or you're disturbed because of our voice? Or you're worried that we both are fighting? I didn't have a right answer for that, but I think the former two were actually true, that I was not really bothered as to why they were fighting. But I think in workspaces, the third one matters, isn't it? Why they are fighting. And it also depends as to where you stand. For me, whenever my peers were fighting, I thought it was like an entertainment, and if at all I had to take a side, it was always going to be about the person whom I liked the most, even if that person was possibly not right in that circumstances. Or let's say if my team is fighting, then I'll be a little worried because I'm worried about the harmony. I want them to work well together. The third case being the boss is fighting. If my boss and somebody else's boss is fighting, though it gives for a bit of an entertainment, but I'm also worried sometimes that if my boss doesn't get the favorable side of the argument, then the whole team is sort of down, and that tension is sort of not something that I was relating to in the past. So in the new world that all of you are in, if there are conflicts, how are you solving it? At least in the past, we could ask people to sit beside each other and say, hey, let's get to it and sort of get rid of it. But now it's all virtual. Or you think these conflicts are positive frictions which we all need to have? Or is it easily solvable by Zoom? I really don't know how things can get solved, because I'm increasingly seeing that there are newer forms of conflicts which are coming in, which without a personal intervention and face-to-face techniques that I used to solve in the past, I'm finding a bit helpless myself. I want to ask you today, how are you experiencing the conflicts in the new world, and how are you guys solving it? Let me know what you think.